A very good day I bid to everyone. I am honored to present my assignment for the Diploma in Occupational Safety and Health Academic Trimester 2, 2023 or 2024. The title of my presentation is Environmental and Compliant Issue in Toyota Industry, an in-depth analysis focusing on the environmental challenges and compliance strategies within the renowned automotive company Toyota. This presentation is part of the Environmental Management System EMS course, subject code OSH 2722. First thing first, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ryan Reza Ananero, currently in semester 5, and my student ID is CKC1-2210058. I would like to extend my gratitude to our lecturer, Ms. Siti Nur Azwani binti Wahishat, for her guidance and support throughout this project. First, the introduction. One of the biggest automakers in the world, Toyota Motor Corporation, was established in 1937 and has its headquarters located in Toyota City, Japan. It is well known for its dedication to innovation, quality, and sustainability. Toyota is a multinational automaker that manufactures a variety of cars, including trucks and hybrids, as well as luxury and affordable models. The company uses a wide range of facilities across the globe in its manufacturing processes. When it comes to creating an eco-friendly technologies, Toyota has led the way. Take the Prius, the first hybrid vehicle ever produced in large quantities. The business places on a strong emphasis sustainable practices in all facets of its business operations, from its strict environmental policies to its use of renewable energy and waste reduction techniques. The adoption of the ISO 14001 standard, which offers a framework for efficient environmental management systems (EMS), is essential to its environmental strategy. Second, the objectives. There are a total of 5 objectives for the report, which are 1. To examine Toyota's compliance with environmental regulations in its manufacturing processes. 2. To assess the implementation and effectiveness of the ISO 14001 standard within Toyota's operations. 3. To identify key environmental aspects and impacts associated with Toyota's manufacturing activities. 4. To provide recommendations for improving Toyota's environmental management practices. And 5. To evaluate the overall environmental performance and sustainability initiatives of Toyota. Third, the development of ISO 14001. The integration of ISO 14001 into Toyota's organization involves a structured approach with distinct stages. The following are the stages followed to develop and implement the ISO 14001 Environmental Management System (EMS). 1. Commitment and policy development. A. Top management commitment. Toyota's top management must demonstrate a strong commitment to the successful integration of ISO 14001. This dedication is required in order to give the EMS the resources and assistance it needs. Executives at Toyota show their dedication by establishing clear environmental policies and goals and making sure they complement the company's overarching business plan as a foundational document that explains Toyota's commitment to minimizing environmental impacts, adhering to applicable legal requirements, and pursuing continuous improvement. A formal environmental policy is crafted. All staff members and interested parties are informed about this policy in order to guarantee a cohesive approach to environmental management. 2. Planning Initial Environmental Review (IER). An essential first step in determining the existing environmental performance is conducting an IER to identify environmental aspects, that is, aspects of its operations that may interact with the environment, and impacts, that is, alterations to the environment resulting from these aspects. Toyota conducts a thorough assessment of its operations. As part of this review, environmental management practices and current compliance with the regulations are assessed, and opportunities for improvement are noted. Identification of environmental aspects. Toyota tracks and records all the important environmental factors pertaining to its operations, goods, and services. Analyzing a product's life cycle entails looking at its acquisition of raw materials, production, use, and disposal. Every element is evaluated for possible environmental effects, taking into account variables like frequency, severity, and legal requirements. C. Legal and other requirements. Toyota keeps track of all applicable environmental laws, rules, and other requirements in an up-to-date register. This guarantees that the business is conscious of and abides by all relevant legal requirements. The business also takes into account additional requirements that could have an impact on its environmental management practices, like voluntary commitments and industry standards. D. Objectives, targets, and programs. Toyota establishes quantifiable and precise environmental targets and objectives based on the identified aspects and legal requirements. The reduction of adverse environmental effects and enhancement of overall environmental performance are the goals of these objectives. To accomplish these goals, comprehensive plans are created, complete with action plans, assigned roles, deadlines, and resource distributions. 3. Implementation and operation. A. Structure and responsibility. To ensure successful EMS implementation, Toyota clearly defines and communicates roles, responsibilities, and authorities within the organization. This entails giving distinct tasks to workers at different levels, ranging from operational personnel to upper management. B. Training, awareness, and competence. To guarantee that staff members comprehend the environmental policy, important facets and consequences, and their individual roles within the EMS, extensive training programs are carried out. Staff members are kept knowledgeable about environmental issues and the value of their contributions to the EMS through ongoing training. C. Communication. For the benefit of internal and external stakeholders, efficient channels of communication are established. Toyota internally makes sure that all organizational levels are informed about pertinent information regarding to the EMS. Toyota communicates its environmental performance and initiatives to various stakeholders such as customers, suppliers, and regulatory bodies through external engagement. D. Documentation. The environmental policy, goals and targets, operational procedures, and monitoring and measurement records are all included in the EMS documentation. The EMS can be managed and maintained using the organized framework this documentation offers. Accurate documentation guarantees implementation consistency and serves as a guide for audits and ongoing development. E. Operational control. Work instructions and procedures are set up to regulate operations and activities connected to important environmental factors. Throughout routine operations, maintenance, and emergency scenarios, these controls guarantee that environmental performance is preserved and enhanced. F. Emergency preparedness and response. Toyota creates and puts into place protocols to recognize possible emergencies and efficiently handle environmental accidents. To reduce environmental damage during unplanned events, this entails routine drills, training, and reviewing emergency response plans. 4. Checking corrective action. A. Monitoring and measurement. Toyota has procedures in place to measure and track important aspects of its business that can have a big impact on the environment. This entails monitoring resource utilization, emissions, waste production, and energy consumption. To evaluate performance in relation to environmental targets and objectives, data gathered from monitoring operations is analyzed. B. Evaluation of compliance. To guarantee adherence to legal and other requirements, evaluations are carried out on a regular basis. This entails checking licenses, agreements, and other documents to make sure Toyota's operations follow all relevant and regulations. C. Non-conformity, corrective, and preventive actions. Within the DMS, there are procedures in place for finding, reporting, and addressing non-conformities. Corrective measures are put in place to address non-conformities, and preventive measures are taken to ensure that they don't happen again. The purpose of root cause analysis is to identify the fundamental causes of nonconformities and create workable remedies. D. Records management. To show that the EMS requirements have been met, precise and thorough records are kept. These documents consist of training records, audit reports, monitoring data, and reports on corrective action. Maintaining accurate records helps the EMS be more transparent and accountable. E. Internal audits. Frequent internal audits are carried out to evaluate the EMS compliance and efficacy. Audits guarantee that the EMS is being implemented according to plan, provide an unbiased assessment of the system, and point out areas that need improvement. 5. Management review. A. Review meetings. Periodic review meetings are held by top management to assess the effectiveness of the EMS. These reviews evaluate the efficacy of implemented controls, the sufficiency of resources, and whether or not the EMS objectives and targets are being met. Analyzing audit results, stakeholder input, and data from monitoring and measurement are all part of the review process. B. Continuous improvement. Opportunities for continuous improvement are found based on the findings of internal audits and management reviews. Toyota makes any required updates to the EMS to improve environmental performance and fix any problems that are found. One of the main tenets of ISO 14001 is continuous improvement, which motivates Toyota to evaluate and improve its environmental management procedures on a regular basis. Fourth, environmental aspects and impacts. 1. Energy consumption aspect. High energy consumption in manufacturing processes. Toyota's manufacturing facilities require significant amounts of energy for various processes, including assembly lines, painting, welding, and machinery operation. The energy is primarily sourced from electricity and fossil fuels, such as natural gas and oil. Impact: increased greenhouse gas emissions contributing to climate change. High energy consumption, particularly from non-renewable sources, leads to the emission of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. These emissions contribute to global warming and climate change, which have widespread environmental and social consequences, including extreme weather events, rising sea level, and disruptions to ecosystems and agriculture. 2. Waste generation aspect: production of hazardous and non-hazardous waste. The manufacturing processes at Toyota generate various types of waste, including scrap metals, plastics, packaging materials, and hazardous substances like solvents, paints, and chemicals. Waste is produced at different stages, from raw material processing to final vehicle assembly. Impact: pollution and potential harm to ecosystems and human health if not properly managed. Improper management of hazardous waste can lead to soil and water contamination, posing risk to wildlife and human health. Non-hazardous waste, if not properly recycled or disposed of, can contribute to landfill overflow and environmental degradation. The presence of toxic substances in the waste stream can lead to long-term ecological damage and health issues for communities near disposal sites. 3. Water usage aspect. Large volumes of water used in production and cooling processes. Water is essential for various manufacturing processes at Toyota, including cooling, painting, and cleaning operations. Large quantities of water are used daily across multiple facilities, leading to significant water consumption. Impact: depletion of local water resources and potential water pollution from discharge. High water consumption can strain local water supplies, affecting the availability of water for surrounding communities and ecosystems. Discharge of untreated or inadequately treated wastewater can lead to contamination of water bodies, harming aquatic life and compromising water quality for human use. Pollutants such as heavy metals, chemicals, and suspended solids can have detrimental effects on aquatic ecosystem and pose health risks too. Fifth, recommendation. 1. Enhanced energy management. Advanced energy management system (EMS) can provide real-time monitoring and control of energy usage control across Toyota's manufacturing facilities. By using smart meters, sensors, and analytic software, Toyota can identify inefficiencies, peak consumption periods, and opportunities for energy savings. These systems enable better decision-making and optimization of energy use, improve energy efficiency, reduces operational costs, and decreases the carbon footprint. Transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and biomass further cuts down the GHG emissions and demonstrates Toyota's commitment to sustainability. This also enhances the company's reputations and aligns with global trends towards decarbonization. 2. Waste minimization strategies. Toyota should bolster its recycling initiatives by segregating waste at the source, ensuring proper collection and processing of recyclable materials, and partnering with specialized recycling firms. Emphasizing the use of recycled materials in production can also reduce the demand for virgin resources. Reducing waste generation not only minimizes the environmental impact but also lowers disposal costs and conserves natural resources. Effective recycling programs can reduce the volume of waste sent to landfills, prevent pollution, and promote a circular economy. Achieving high waste reduction targets can position Toyota as a leader in sustainable manufacturing. 3. Water conservation initiatives. Closed-loop water system can recycle and reuse water within manufacturing processes, significantly reducing overall water consumption. Rainwater harvesting involves collecting and storing rainwater for use in non-potable applications such as irrigation, cooling systems, and cleaning processes. Implementing these measures helps conserve local water resources, reduce dependency on municipal water supply, and mitigate the risk of water shortages. It also lowers water procurement and treatment costs. Demonstrating effective water management can enhance Toyota's sustainability credentials and support the commitments of the companies to responsible environmental stewardship. 4. Supplier engagement. Toyota can work closely with its suppliers to adopt and implement environmental management practices that align with ISO 14001 standards. This includes setting environmental performance criteria for suppliers, conducting regular audits, and providing training and support to help them improve their environmental practices. Ensuring that suppliers meet high environmental standards helps reduce the overall environmental impact of Toyota's products and operations. It promotes a culture of sustainability throughout the supply chain, enhances supplier relationships, and it can lead to innovations to sustainable materials and processes. This approach can also mitigate risks associated with non-compliant suppliers and strengthen Toyota's market position. 5. Community involvement and transparency. Transparent reporting involves disclosing environmental performance data, achievements, and challenges through sustainability reports or online platforms. Engaging with local communities includes conducting outreach programs, participating in environmental projects, and addressing community concerns related to Toyota's operations. Transparency builds trust with stakeholders, including customers, investors, regulators, and the community. It demonstrates Toyota's accountability and commitment to continuous improvement. Engaging with local communities fosters positive relationships, enhances corporate social responsibility, and can lead to collaborative efforts in environmental conservation. This proactive approach also helps Toyota stay ahead of regulatory requirements and public expectations. Last but not least, the conclusion. Toyota's commitment to environmental sustainability is evident in its comprehensive approach to integrating ISO 14001 into its manufacturing processes. The company has made significant strides in managing its environmental aspects and impacts, particularly in areas such as energy consumption, waste generation, and water usage. However, there is always room for improvement. By enhancing energy management, waste minimization, water conservation, supplier engagement, and community involvement, Toyota can further solidify its position as a leader in sustainability manufacturing. The continual refinement of its EMS will ensure that Toyota not only meets regulatory requirements but also contributes to global environmental preservation efforts. That's all from me. Thank you.